Hi, I'm Sean Hessinger, and this is Small Biz in 15, the show where we bring you small business success in 15 minutes or less. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the show. And please listen to the end for our exclusive small biz tip in 15 seconds or less. Recently, Small Biz in 15 on location traveled to Austin, Texas for Zoho Day 2022 to learn about surprising things your small business can do with customer relationship management. First, here's a conversation with Vankayala, head of product marketing for Zoho CRM.
If you were to think of one thing that small businesses might not initially think they can do with CRM, what would that be? Or might not realize?
Might not realize they can is to compete with a much bigger player. For example, you have a neighborhood mom and pop store. Maybe they're always thinking, 7-Eleven is big. I'm never gonna get to that level of service. They have AWS, they have this, they have that, or any big store. They actually can, and that's where a lot of the small business SaaS and e-commerce revolution is brought in. The power for smaller businesses to compete with biggies like even Amazon for that matter. Otherwise, they would have never thought they could do it. But set up a competent CRM, e-commerce, and customer service. And you don't even need agents, for example. You could always start with self-service. So a simple example is when you say, you have a customer service operation going on. You're like, oh no, I need to hire 20 people. I need to have maybe a contact center. I need to get space. No, it doesn't have to be all that. All you need is a self-service bot to start with. And having that is still better than nothing, where customers cannot reach you. It's the ability to actually punch above their weight.
There's something you said also spurs another question, which I think fits into the other idea that we were talking about with surprising things you might not know about CRMs. So let me ask you, how does CRM help you predict what a customer wants before you have any way of knowing that they want it?
So, two aspects to this. One is statistical information. That is, of that specific customer. Based on this customer's previous purchase patterns, them mentioning their interests. For example, when you go to Spotify, actually when you sign up as a new user on Spotify, you get to pick some kinds of music that you like. That's as basic as it gets. Based on that, as a business owner, you start building a profile of every customer. You build a persona, right? And it's not exactly based on, it shouldn't just be based on specific aspects like age, for example, right? That is, I think that's old school, coming to conclusions just based on age, but more so based on how you think, and that eventually comes down to what your preferences are. So, historical information. Second, attributing information from various things. So, maybe somebody who likes soul and jazz is most likely to like some kind of a product. It certainly says something about the way they think, the way they feel, right? So that is attribution data. So one is exactly based on that customer. Second, building that attribution model. And honestly, a lot of these are a hit or a miss. You should equally be understanding to say, oh no, this is not right. So maybe we need to change that. I've made the wrong assumption about this customer, because people are not boxes. They just don't fit in it. That's exactly why you can't use a spreadsheet. People are not numbers, and they're different. They're interesting, and that's exactly why CRM is needed today. You see your CXOs. Earlier, there was your CMO would never get involved in the sale or the post sale. I get you leads, I'm done, right? Or customer success chief would never have visibility on the other parts, but with so many touch points now, with customers just hopping along here and there, there's that continuity. Okay? So because of that continuity, the customer itself is omnipresent everywhere. And when you have that, so when customer behavior has gone on to such a level, the only way is to automate with CRM, because you just cannot work now in like departments, and that's not my job, because a customer can always reach out to even the CMO or marketing head and say, I don't like this product. Why do you keep selling to me? They can just say, oh no, that's not my job. Talk to them. And not having CRM will never get you to understand those intricacies.
Next, we spoke with Dilip Nagarajan, product manager of Zoho CRM, about surprising features available through customer relationship management.
When we think about maybe surprising things that small businesses might not think they're able to do with CRM, what might some of them be?
The things they might not expect?
They might not expect to be able to do, or they might not think they can do with CRM. Maybe things that they...
something like as simple as they create code on the fly, because most of the SMBs, they think that the code generation, all those things are a huge part of the business, but it can be, make it in a very simple way. That is one thing. And then the instant messaging, probably they think that it's always been, the easiest way of communication, but at the same time they wanted to, they always think that, okay, it's not going to be there. So if we offer those things, probably they would be surprised. Oh, so I can just do everything through my WhatsApp, sitting inside the CRM, whatever they want. So that is another thing. And then another thing is, if they have that unified experience within the CRM as far as the SMBs are concerned, because they always think that for each and every aspect that they do inside the business, they want to hop between the applications. So they would be surprised if there is a CRM which actually connects everything. For example, they deal with orders, they deal with refunds, probably they will deal with the as I was saying, the quotations, they deal with the tickets. So all these things, they feel that they have to hop the applications. If it is in one place, if they can do everything, that would really surprise them.
So do you think maybe it's a mistake for small businesses to think of it just in terms of sales, as a sales tool?
Yes, most of them have got that tagline saying that, okay, CRM means it's always been sales. So the time has come that it goes beyond the sale. So there are so many operations, revolving around the sale. There are so many operations revolving around the service. So yes, definitely. So we are getting into the place where CRM could serve beyond the sales, definitely.
When you think about small businesses, are always being told, it's not just more sales; it's maintaining relationships with existing customers, and that's essentially what the name of CRM is. But maybe people don't think of it that way. I mean, I think you kind of started with this, but maybe you could add to it. I mean, what are the basic ways that people can use, not to just generate sales, but to maintain relationships with the customers they already have?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, because that's the whole purpose of the relationship management software itself. So how do you touch base with them? So it is not just that they have given the business to it, that's it, that's the end of the CRM. Actually, the CRM or the relationship starts once they become the customer. So how do you engage them for any loyalty program per se? And how do you ensure that you have a constant relationship in case of anything which comes inside? So how do you cope with them? How do you update them in terms of all these things? So how do you culturally connect with them? Say for example, the Zoho Lakes or any events. So how do you connect with them? So how do you value them? Because they are the boss of your business. So how do you get that closer vicinity with them. So that's what makes CRM much better software. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. So that relationship should bring. So the software should bring that relationship, not just because you're doing sale. There is a human touch in that. So that we have to bring inside the CRM.
And now it's time for our small biz tip in 15 seconds or less. Use automation to compete with the big guys. CRM and other software can help your small business achieve levels you never thought possible. Thanks again to Zoho Corporation, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. And please leave a comment and let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future programs. For more small business news and tips, join us at smallbiztrends.com.